In a vignette that opens the second episode of HBO's post-apocalyptic epic The Last of Us, a professor of mycology is eating lunch in a Jakarta restaurant when two military types whisk her away mid-bite. Transported to a government lab, she inspects the corpse of a factory worker whose body is now host to a writhing, bloodthirsty fungus. When she learns that the source of the human bite that caused the dead woman's infection remains unknown, the scientist starts to shake. The teacup in her hand rattles against its saucer. One officer begs her to help them make a medicine or a vaccine. But she knows that a cure would be impossible. Saving humanity, says the genteel academic, will require mass murder, bomb this city and everyone in it. It's one of many chilling moments in a series, premiering January 15, whose predominant moods are tense, mournful, and unnerving. And while almost all of the action in The Last of Us takes place halfway around the world from Indonesia, in the United States, the professor's lethal prescription sets the tone for a story whose characters are constantly forced to choose between protecting themselves and their loved ones, and Macon. Based on the acclaimed video game franchise and created by the game's mastermind, Neil Druckmann, and Chernobyl creator Craig Mazin, the show is by turns gorgeous and harrowing, brutal and warm. From the performances to the storytelling to the aesthetic elements, it's an exquisitely made adaptation. But it also asks viewers to absorb a whole lot of human misery without saying much that we haven't already heard in similar shows. The plot is a pastiche of familiar post-apocalyptic survival narratives, though not one that too closely resembles any particular predecessor. In the show's alternate reality 2003, climate change catalyzes a mutation in the terrifying cordyceps fungus that allows it to take over the human body, essentially transforming its victims into deadly zombies. Within a week of its discovery in Indonesia, the brain-colonizing affliction spreads around the globe, causing chaos, violence, the collapse of society, and the demise of the vast majority of the human race. You know the drill. 1 minute the frequency of ambulance sirens is a cause for mild concern, the next, people are fighting mushroom monsters who used to be their next-door neighbors. Pedro Pascal in The Last of UsLiane Hentscher, bold though we meet one of two protagonists, a contractor and single father named Joel, Pedro Pascal, just before the plague decimates his home state of Texas. Most of the show takes place 2 decades later.